bienvenida! Hi everyone, Margarita here, and in today's video, I'm going to share with you some of the most useful advice I wish somebody gave me before I started preparing for the topic. Let's go! A quick note, before we begin, I have been noticing that a lot of you guys are not receiving any notifications that I've been posting videos, and yes, I know, I haven't been keeping up with the schedule too well, but nevertheless, if you do want to make sure that you get notified whenever I upload, please make sure to ring that bell. I don't really feel like I need to be reminding you guys of that. We all know how YouTube works nowadays, so if you want to watch more of my videos, ding 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 ding, you know what to do. With that said, if you've stumbled upon this video, you're probably one of 3 people where you either want to take topic yourself, you want to watch me take the topic, or you are just somebody who's interested in Korea and the YouTube algorithm just sent you my way into this very strange but very friendly corner of YouTube. Therefore, I'm going to assume that you know what topic, aka Test of Proficiency in Korean, is, so I'm not gonna go into any details about it. If you don't know, but you want to know, check out this video. It'll all be clear. So I've been studying for topic for about 2 months, and there's just such an enormous amount of resources of all different types and kinds and price points and formats that it is just so difficult to know where to start and how best to study and what works for some people doesn't work for you, all that kind of stuff has been buzzing in my mind for literally 2 months. So I feel it is my duty to share with you the most useful tips that I've gathered so far to see if they may help you in your own studying. So without further ado, let's just get into it. Let me get my trusty little YouTube notebook. Tip number 1, past papers are your best friend. If I had to pick out of every single resource that I've found so far that helps you prepare for topic, number 1 would be past papers. If you don't have any time or any money or just anything else like brain capacity to spend on preparing for topic, if you just do past papers, you'll be fine. You won't be great. I highly doubt you will lift yourself from being an intermediate to an advanced or from being a beginner to being an intermediate, but you're probably not gonna fail the test because you're going to understand how it works. Don't play the game, play the player. Don't play the player, play the game? Either one of those, you know what I'm trying to say. It's not about how much Korean you know, it is about how well you can take this test. If you can get your hands on past papers, which you can, and I will provide links in the description if you don't know how to use Google. Past papers are amazing because they help you analyze the questions, figure out the test structure, and also give you a general sense of where you stand in terms of your Korean level, which by the way brings me to tip number 2. Know your level realistically. I know. All of you guys have watched a bunch of BTS songs, you memorized all the lyrics, and now you are a fluent Korean speaker. Except you're not. And if you're somewhere in between that beginner and intermediate level and you're not sure if you need to go for topic 1 or go for topic 2, past papers will obviously be your best friend because you'll just know. If you've miserably failed topic 1, I highly doubt you should go for topic 2. But it's up to you. It's your $30 or 60 or however much. It's not an expensive test. I myself have done a past topic 1 paper in order to figure out whether I should spend my time and effort on preparing for topic 1 or if I should just scratch it out and go straight for topic 2. You can watch that video in the cards. But just to summarize, I'm gonna be taking topic 2 confidently. Tip number 3. Establish your test-taking style. I'm not talking about the outfit you're gonna be wearing on the day. I know my outfit's cute today. I'm talking about doing a little bit of introspection and really figuring out what kind of test taker you are. Are you somebody who panics easily? Are you somebody who's super methodical and just goes one question at a time without skipping anything? Or you are a skimmer who just kind of does a question here, there, something that looks easy and then goes back and is very sporadic? Figure this out. Make sure you know who you are without getting too existential about it. This is going to help you figure out how to approach the test in general. Are you somebody who is going to do the entire reading section, or are you somebody who's going to stop after question 30 because you just know that the next 20 questions are way too advanced for you, so you're gonna have a head start on your writing section, for example, because that is something you feel you need more time with, or you're a different test taker. Do you see what I'm trying to say here? The more thought you put into understanding how you take tests, the better you will be at it on the day, and the more time you'll have to spend on actual test and on focusing and making sure that you're not just going around very ADD like, whew, there's a fly in the wall. Because trust me, it takes such an enormous amount of brain energy to be sitting there and then all of a sudden encountering something that completely throws you off. Think of it as these diagrams that they have in women's magazine where it's like, I like vacationing on the beach. Yes, move this way. No, move this way. Same thing. Create a little mental or even a physical diagram of what you would do at every single point and at anything that can happen throughout the test. Barring maybe alien invasion, because who knows what we'll do when that happens. Bottom line, the more you understand the kind of test taker you are, the less anxious you will feel on the day. Trust me. I feel like this is also the right time for me to establish a little bit of credibility here, because who on earth am I and why am I telling you what to do when you're taking a test? How many tests have I taken in my short life, yeah? Well, I've gone through an entire high school, I've gone through an entire undergrad, then an entire master's, and I've also taken a lot of just random tests because I love studying and nerds rule. But seriously, the amount of tests I've taken in my life is definitely not less and probably more than your average human being who does not bother with as much education as I have in my life. And I've also never failed a single test in my life. And this is not me trying to, give myself a virtual pat on the back or tell you how much you suck in comparison to me. No, this is just an objective observation and a testament to my study method that works for me. I guess I'm kind of credible. Listen to me, guys. Tip number 4. Okay, that's 8. 4. Alternate your study prep methods. Don't just sit at home and study the exact same thing, not the exact same thing, but in the exact same way every single day. If I told you that past papers are your best friend, don't just sit down and do past papers all day, every day for like a month. First of all, it's kind of boring. Second of all, you're probably gonna end up overstudying and nothing is gonna stick to your brain. This is just not a sustainable method of studying. Instead, one day, sit at home and for an entire hour, take a past paper. Next day, take out your smartphone and go out into the park and do some studying on the go. The next day, when you have to go to school or work or do anything else, grab your flashcards and quiz yourself on the tube. For all you non-British people, I mean on the metro or on a train or any other mode of public transportation that you have in your country. My point is, if you develop this tunnel vision of just studying in one certain way, I don't think you're going to benefit from it as much as you would from a varied studying approach, which if you guys want to know all of the topic resources that I use on my daily basis, I'm happy to make a video about it. So leave a comment in the comment section and I'll make a video about it. Tip number 5 is very closely related to this, where I would highly recommend to simulate a test environment as often as possible and with as much studying as you can. On the day when I've planned to take the mock test, I actually go to my work a couple of hours earlier and I do the entire test there, because the environment in my work is a lot closer to that of a classroom, kind of, rather than the comfort and coziness of my little house. So that is something I do. Find whatever method works for you, but if you can, train your brain, because it's a muscle. All you med students, do not quote me on that, I might be wrong. But whether your brain is an actual muscle or not, it behaves in the same way, where you really gotta train it for it to remember how to do something in a certain way. So if you cannot focus for more than 1 minute, train your brain, and it will be able to focus for longer. All you ADD people, you can do it too. You just gotta figure out your own way, because you're a little different. You're a special snowflake. Still love you. Tip number 6, once again, I feel like I should stop saying that it's kind of related to what I've been saying so far, but everything is. Isn't everything in life related? Dig deep into what you do and do not know. And you can do that while taking past papers. If you encounter a piece of grammar or vocab that you don't know, write it down on a piece of paper. I have literally a pile of papers already with everything that I don't know, and whenever I go back to a certain test, I actually mark off and cross off certain things that have already stuck in my brain, and they're there forever, hopefully. Okay, but don't go too crazy and start literally noting down, I know how to conjugate itta and opta in present tense. I know how to conjugate itta and opta in past tense. Okay, we get it. You know how to do simple conjugation. Moving on. Ooh, tip number 7, my favorite one. Guys, you have to make flashcards. Okay, you don't have to, but I have to because it is the best study method that works for me. I love flashcards so much, I could marry them. Sorry, Sergey. I am somebody who is both a visual and an explanatory learner, I could say. I am somebody who needs a visual aid plus this explanation aspect of flashcards where if you're quizzing each other with a friend, let's say, you need to explain to them or recite to them whatever is written on that flashcard, which for me is the best method of learning Korean. I mean, why do you think I've been making so many weekly Korean videos while I was actively learning Korean? When I explain something, it gets stuck in my brain. So if you're one of those people, flashcards are the best friend for you, together with past papers. Okay, tip number 8. Okay, the next tip, I honestly am not entirely sure what I meant by this. I wrote this a couple of weeks ago, maybe. Tip number 8, take note of instructions. Write them down and memorize them. You'll thank me for that later. Oh! Okay, I get it. I know what I was trying to say. So you know how all the different questions in the reading, listening, and I think even in the writing section, they all have a certain command in them, like select this sentence or pick the main theme. All of these instructions always repeat from topic to topic. Okay, tip number 9. We're almost there, guys. These two are probably the most important ones, I swear, so keep watching. Tip number 9 is to pace yourself. And yes, it is a thing to overstudy. I have not experienced this firsthand, thankfully, but I've definitely seen people walk into a test room and literally just start bawling at the beginning of a test because they've blanked. So if you don't want to get a brain freeze on the test, do not overstudy. And that does not mean that I'm telling you, flip through a couple of past papers a few days before topic and you're ready to get level 6. No, that's not what I'm trying to say. I just don't want all of you hardworking people to take this overboard because we tend to do that sometimes. Don't push yourself too hard. Give yourself a pat on the back once in a while, you know? Speaking of pats on the back, tip number, I was about to say 5 because I saw 5s everywhere. Tip number 10, have fun. And you're like, what? Why should having fun be important when I'm taking a test? Like, stop romanticizing studying. You have a point, but I also feel like no matter what you're doing this test for, whether it is for a job, studying, or move to Korea, you probably love it. Right? Whether it is the country or the culture or the language, the music. And taking this test is just bringing you that much closer to something that you love. So why not enjoy the process of it happening? Otherwise, nothing will ever keep you as motivated as genuine passion and genuine interest in what you're doing. I literally carry my test guide to the new topic book with me to work every day, just because whenever I get a free minute, I can do a couple of questions from here, a couple of questions there, because it's fun for me. And I know it's probably not going to be like this for most of you guys, but try finding the joy and the fun in this experience, and I'm sure it's going to pay off for you as much as it is paying off for me. The past 2 months have been amazing and terrifying, because topic 2 is so hard. And with that said, these are all my 10 tips for how you are going to improve your quality of studying for topic. This is not my recipe on how you can ace topic. I might actually share some tips and tricks on how to ace topic 1, as that is something that I did. I mean, I only got 2 questions out of the entire test wrong. I guess you can call that acing. And once again, let me know if you want me to take topic 2 without studying. I know I've already asked you guys, and I know some of you have expressed interest in it, but maybe a little bit more of you. Maybe you guys can, you know, thumbs up my videos a little bit, share it with all your friends, and that will give me confidence to actually take topic 2 without studying and fail miserably in front of you guys' eyes. I hope you're staying happy and healthy, and I will see you all very, very soon in my upcoming videos. Bye! Annyeong!